It's all right. We should be there again.
Same post?
No, be different post. Different post, boys. Let's see here.
Bear with us, TikTok.
Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee. Coming to the far sideline, down to the 45 to the 40, 35-30. Is there a flag on the play? I don't see one. 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown! Tennessee scores!
Yeah, the sun's burning fog off the Tennessee. The Vol Navy's making waves, and it's orange they bleed. Vol Nation's tailgating, and they're raring to go. Yeah, when Neyland gets to rocking, it's a hell of a show. And man, you won't believe.
All right, we're back now.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's pretty important to plug the Ethernet cable in.
Yeah.
But
You had scoreboard problems, we had Wi-Fi problems, you know.
that's what we get for making fun of the spank, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, well. We will pick up where we left off. The comment box. Well, we're not going to be able to see him now, but Dylan Edwards said TikTok was working fine. Is it still on there? Hopefully we're still going on TikTok now.
Liz can see us and hear
It does 6.2 thousand likes on TikTok. We appreciate y'all very, very much.
Keep them coming, TikTok.
We promise our show will get a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's going to get a lot better.
Oh, there's Robin Sheldon. Yeah, Robin, you know what I'm saying here in a little bit.
Ugh.
It's going to get a lot better.
I'm going to say it. You just have to wait.
I don't want to hear it.
YouTube is back up going again. So, all right, we are good. Let's just start at the coaches poll. There we go.
Let's do it.
We're amateur AF.
Amateur hour.
Yeah, it's definitely amateur hour.
Tennessee. This we done a live show Friday, and I just hooked everything back up, but I forgot the Ethernet cable. So, my apologies, people. Tennessee. Let's just hit the top 10. Number 1, Oregon in the coaches poll.
Can't argue it.
Nope.
Number 2, Ohio State. 3, Texas. 4, Penn State. 5, Indiana.
Disgusting.
6, Notre Dame.
Trash.
7, Alabama.
Garbage.
8, Georgia.
Yeah.
9, Ole Miss. 10, Miami. 11, Tennessee. That's the coaches poll. We'll hit the AP here. We'll save our energy a little bit.
Martins.
Yeah. Let's just hit like the top 15 in the coaches poll or the AP poll.
All right.
1, we got Oregon. They stayed the same. 2, Ohio State, the same. 3, Texas, stay the same. 4, Penn State, stay the same. Indiana, 5, stay the same. 6, you got Notre Dame. They moved up 2 spots.
How?
Alabama moves up 2 spots to 7. Georgia moves up 3 spots to 8 after beating Tennessee. Ole Miss moved up 1 spot to 9. Tennessee dropped 4 spots to number 10. I seen this and I felt pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
I did too.
When I seen us at 10, I felt really good. And I told Spur yesterday on the phone that, where we was going to be at. And I got that right, by the way.
You did.
So
I was truthfully worried they would try to drop us to like 13 or 14. That was my fear.
I don't know how you would drop us. I don't know how you would justify that, though.
You're going to have Miami at 11. They moved up 1 spot. Who'd they beat? Probably another nobody. 12, you've got Boise. They moved up 1 spot. SMU at 13. BYU dropped 7 spots to number 14.
They took a bad
Still in the
loss.
bracket, though, ain't they?
Yeah.
Then you've got Texas A&M at number 15. So that is the AP poll. We can let's go over the playoff committee poll now. The one that matters, we'll hit both the seed and the ranking. Edith is not happy for the AP poll. Chantel does not like the coach poll. the coaches poll. I don't either.
It's not important anyway.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
There's only one.
It is like it's a reference, I guess, for the committee. But number one, you got the number one seed and number one ranked Oregon Ducks. You can't argue. I still don't think they're that great, but you can't argue. You can't. I mean, there's nothing to argue there.
Nope.
Number two, you got the number two ranked and number five seed Ohio State.
They're not the second best team in the country.
They're not
just not.
top 10 in the country, in my opinion, but what do I know?
I agree there as well. But, I mean, it's a weak schedule, but at this point, it's a trend.
Yeah.
It is a trend. Number three, you got the number three ranked and number two seed Texas Longhorns.
Talk about a weak schedule. They ain't played. Their biggest wins have been Vanderbilt and Arkansas. So, I mean.
That was a good win for them, don't you know?
It's a good win for them, but,
It's a bad loss for us.
bad loss for us.
Yeah, I don't understand that logic, but
Like, praise Texas for beating them.
yeah.
Yeah, Texas has the easiest schedule in the SEC. It's the 56th overall schedule in the country.
And they just keep riding them.
Mm-hmm. They do.
The SEC has 9 of the 11 toughest schedules in college football, and then there's Texas.
Yeah.
ESPN listed their good wins, like Spur said, as Vandy and Arkansas, but said Tennessee's loss to Arkansas was bad.
Can you explain that to me? Like I'm 2 or 3?
Other than an agenda, that's all I got.
Agenda.
That's all I got.
They had to say Texas has good wins because, what are you going to say? Texas has 9 wins. That's just it? There's 9 wins? Their good wins are Vanderbilt and Arkansas. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Here's your lollipop.
All right, let's get to the number 4 ranked and number 6 seed, Penn State.
There's another one. Hadn't won a single game all year worth anything.
Have
The only game they played in that was worth anything, they lost. So
they beat anybody over 500 yet?
Don't believe so.
I don't think so.
As of like 2 weeks ago, I know they didn't.
I think their averages opponents are averaging 4 wins right now. So
Yeah, I know they have no ranked wins. I do know that. All right, and then you got number 5. 5 ranked, number 7 seed, Indiana.
The number 100th ranked schedule in the country.
Is it really 100?
It is 100.
it is
100?
100. I thought it was 106.
It may even be worse than it may even be worse this week.
I seen 106 earlier today.
Whatever it is, it's they played Alcoa High School 8 times this year.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Alcoa, you're a good high school team, but
I think Alcoa could probably beat a couple of them teams on their schedule.
I think they're going to get a whooping this weekend, though.
Good. They need it.
I hate to cheer for Ohio State, but I hope Ohio State beats them by 50.
But if Indiana does win it, does it knock Ohio State out?
Probably not, because they're going to consider that a good loss. They're going to say Indiana's justified and Ohio State's justified for being there.
This is going to be the 97 Heisman race all over again. Bunch of Big Ten teams.
And then you're going to have the number 6 ranked, number 8 seed, Notre Dame.
Same as the other
They beat
teams up north. They ain't beat nobody.
Texas A&M.
That's it.
First game of the year, right?
Yeah.
Real early.
Real early.
Number 7 ranked, number 9 seed, Alabama.
Absolute trash. How they're ranked above us.
So I'm going to give you a tidbit. Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports, cheap plug, put a $100,000 bet on Alabama to win the national championship today. At plus 1,000. That's his bet to win it. So, they're still Alabama, but they're not Alabama any longer.
They're not, man. I mean, we got the same record. They lost to Vandy.
They
And
lost
us.
to Vandy. That should be enough said.
And we beat them head to head. That and for the committee to come out and say, "Well, head to head don't matter." Then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Well, why are we playing the games if head to head don't matter?
What matters is what they need to fit their agenda. They pick different things every year. Whatever they need to make their puzzle.
Is Tennessee that
Go
hated
together.
across the country? Like,
It was a timely loss. I'll say that.
I don't care if you I understand, us, Georgia, Alabama, we've all beat up on each other. But I still don't understand how there's that big of a difference, especially when we beat them head-to-head. I just don't understand it.
All right, now we go to number 8 ranked and number 3 seed, Miami.
They should have 4 losses right now.
I hope
At least 3.
I hope they stay right where they're at. I'm just going to be honest about it. Hope they stay right where they're at. Someone in the ACC has to win. So let them stay 1 loss and put them in the number 3 seed. Give them that bye.
I do think Miami is a joke.
I think they're a joke too. But
Yeah.
what I don't want to see is them losing the ACC title game to SMU and the committee put them both in.
I don't think that would happen because the committee approved that last year that the title games do matter when they kept Georgia out of it.
That's true.
So,
All right, number 9 ranked, number 10 seed, Ole Miss.
Again,
Bad loss to Kentucky at home,
they lost to
but
Kentucky
a
at home.
great win versus Georgia, though.
And the Georgia win was recent.
very recent, yeah.
When Ole Miss is on,
Nobody-
they're very, very, very good.
As you finish this poll,
Their defense is awesome.
Yeah.
their defense is good.
They paid for it, though.
All right, then you've got number 10 ranked, number 11 seed, Georgia.
They beat us.
They're right where they should be. I can't say they shouldn't be.
I think they're disrespected, to be honest with you.
I think they are, too.
They got 2 losses, so they I think the entire SEC is being disrespected when you, not including Texas, who's being over-respected.
Yeah, they have the toughest schedule in the SEC. They have more ranked wins than Oregon, Penn State, Miami, Texas, and Indiana combined.
Wow.
I don't think anybody in the top 5 beats anybody
And you know what?
in the 6 through 11 category.
This Saturday, Georgia was the best team in the country. Ain't nobody beating Georgia what they played Saturday.
Had the best referees in the country, too.
They had some dandies
They did.
and
We'll talk about that later.
crucial
Yeah,
times.
we'll get there.
Crucial times.
Crucial
We'll
times.
get there.
Next, you're gonna have number 11 ranked, number 4 seed, Boise State.
No, it's a group of 5.
And their only loss came to the number 1 ranked team in the country.
Stop the run, and Boise's done.
Yep.
Good luck.
Ole Miss would kill them. I would say Tennessee would, but not after the way we played.
That run, I mean, we stopped the run. We didn't have a problem stopping the run. We just couldn't stop the pass. So
I think Boise. I think it's a joke, man.
Go ahead and say the next one, Vawls.
I don't think they deserve a bye. I think. I'll be honest. I think the top 4 deserve a bye. I don't like the conference stuff.
I don't either. I understand it, but I don't agree with it.
nope.
Yeah, I
think
think
that's
they're
something
trying to
that-
make things fair for the weak conferences to have, to get that advantage.
Yeah.
And I just think it should be the top 12 teams. It don't matter what conference you're in or what name's on your jersey.
Yep.
Or anything else. I think it should be the top 12 get in.
And I think that's something they'll look at changing next year or whenever they redo it.
Now here comes the 12 seed, but the number 14th ranked BYU, Cougars?
The Mormons.
The Mormons, the BYU Mormons. So number 11 ranked Tennessee does not get in as of now.
As of now.
Yeah, that Big 12's a mess, man, though.
And, I'm going to say it here. And we talked about the SEC teams. You got Texas. I'm not even including them because they don't count right now. But you got Alabama, you got Georgia, you got Tennessee, you got Ole Miss, and you even have Texas A&M, all in that 2-loss range. And it would be the job of the committee is going to be tough to rank those teams because they have beat up on each other. But if you take those 5 teams and put them up against the 5 Big Ten teams that's in the top whatever, the SEC wipes them off the field.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
No game is close.
Yeah, no game is close. If you take Oregon and you put them against Ole Miss is beating them. If you take Ohio State and put them against Tennessee is beating them. If you take Penn State and put them against Georgia, Georgia's killing them.
Yep.
And the list goes on and on. So Indiana's going to lose to all 5 of them. It's frustrating because the committee is supposed to get the 12 best teams, and
They didn't.
when the commissioner of one of the Big Ten teams is the head of the committee, that scares me.
I agree. There's a lot of deep cancers within the committee. Like Kirby Smart said, he don't have any idea what the committee is looking for anymore. He don't have any clue what they're doing anymore. And I don't think anybody does.
I think there should be like a list of parameters or whatever, what they're looking for.
And I'm going to say this on the record, and this is a shot at Ole Miss. And Ole Miss, I'm going to apologize for saying this.
Why?
But when it comes right down to it, Tennessee's going to bring in more money than Ole Miss is, so Tennessee's going to get in over you all.
Yeah, I wouldn't apologize for that.
It's going to come right down to money when it's all said and done.
Yep. Money.
Hopefully,
travels, buddy.
Yep.
I just want to know, like, clear as day what the criteria is, because even go back to 2022, they wanted to talk about how style points mattered up to that point, and then Tennessee just destroyed Missouri, and then it was like, oh, why would you do that to Missouri? Like, it was like we got discredited for doing it whenever before style points mattered.
Yeah.
Like Edith just said, there's a list, they just don't follow
That's
it.
very true.
And I agree with that 100%. Let's continue with news and notes. Vanderbilt kickoff will be at 12 o'clock. If you're in Nashville, 11 a.m. I actually love this because, one, you've got Vandy. They are sneaky good. I'm not worried about them. But, every time you play them, you're going to get their best. You're going to get their all. Tennessee practices early in the morning. So I love playing early games just based off the practice schedule.
Yeah, I don't like playing at Vandy at night. Every time if we play at night up there, all I see is that puffy vest that what's his face wore. What was his name?
I know who you're talking about.
The head coach for them.
Lee.
No, the head coach before Lee. Who was it?
Derek Mason.
Derek Mason.
Oh,
every time.
Pulled that one out of my ass.
There you go.
Jimmy says the refs just threw another flag on Tennessee just in case there's a recount in Georgia. I like that, Jimmy.
That's a good one.
I like that. Barrett says, I don't think the loser of the SEC championship makes it in.
That's a possibility. That's what we're going to talk about in a couple weeks.
But that should benefit us the most. It should. To me, it's crazy. I could see it if it was still East versus West, and you know how some of them years
I'll go ahead.
you would have like a 7-5 team make it to the SEC championship, but in the East usually. But
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and tell you
usually.
what I'm afraid of, all daddy. Here's my fear. If A&M beats Texas in a couple weeks, then we have a whole bunch of 2-loss teams. Then what do they do?
yeah,
I mean, then A&M's going to have an argument they should be in. So I don't know.
A&M might go down. I think there's going to be some chaos this weekend. But as of now, ESPN still gives Tennessee a 65.8% chance to make the playoffs.
I seen 86%.
Yeah, that's
today.
if we went out.
If we went out.
If we went
okay.
out, 86%. Yep.
I like it. But the chances actually went up, and they're better now than before the Georgia game, which is crazy to me how all this works. But
I think it was because it was a closer game.
yeah, I mean a lot closer on the scoreboard showed.
Yeah.
But still definitely not happy with it. All right, us as fans, we need to pull for these teams this weekend. Ole Miss at Florida. We are pulling. God, I hate to say this. We are pulling for Florida.
God.
Indiana.
Go Gators! I got it out.
Indiana at Ohio State. We need Ohio State. I shouldn't say need because we can still get in if this don't happen, but it makes the path a whole lot easier for us if we figure it out. So we need Ohio State to destroy Indiana.
It needs to be a 30-plus.
Yeah, a shellacking.
The worse it is, the better. We need Army. This is easy to say.
Yes.
To beat Notre Dame. Beat the Irish. Go Army.
Go Army. I think they can.
I think they will. That game's in Ireland, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Basically, either way, it's at Notre Dame. So
I'm feeling sick, guys.
all right, Penn State at Minnesota. We are pulling for Minnesota.
Row the boat.
Yep.
What is Minnesota again? What's their mascot?
Golden Gophers.
The Gophers. That's right.
That's Coach Ryan Jackson, who's usually listening to us. That's his wife's favorite team. She likes the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
She likes a little gopher.
Yeah. He's
All
not
right.
listening, so I gave him a shout out. He's not even listening yet.
Alabama at Oklahoma.
Go Sooners.
Boomer.
Sooner. Texas.
Sucks.
Kentucky at Texas. Kentucky did beat Ole Miss on the road.
And Kentucky played a decent game against us. Kentucky's one of those teams where they play to their level of competition.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to play good against better teams. They're going to play awful against terrible teams. So
The Wildcats.
I can't say that either.
I would also love for Auburn to beat Texas A&M.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, none of this is mandatory, but the more of this that happens, the more it's going to help Tennessee. Dylan Sampson has been named semifinalist for the Doak Walker Award. This goes to the best running back in the country.
He's going to be a finalist as well. I'm just going to break that news to you.
Yeah.
Let's hit some Tennessee basketball talk real quick. It's still football season, so we're not going to stay here too long. But let's go ahead and give a shout-out to Dalton Connect, a big shout-out. Absolutely making his mark in the NBA. Saturday, 27 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. And then last night, 37 points. Hit 9 threes. So
That's insane.
I absolutely love to see it. I love to see the teammates' reaction.
I love
to him
seeing
as
the
well.
crowd reaction as well.
Yeah.
The crowd was something else in LA. And I'm not an NBA fan. I'll be the first to admit that. But I've never had a player that I wanted to follow in the NBA like I have Dalton Connect. So I've always disliked the Lakers. But suddenly I may become a Lakers fan just for Dalton Connect because Tennessee boy and hearing LeBron James talk highly about the University of Tennessee was something else. He done it again last night.
Yeah.
Said he'd watched a bunch of Tennessee games and knew what he was getting in Dalton Connect and could not believe that DK fell to 17 and in the Lakers' lap.
Yeah, he said 16 teams before them, they screwed
Effed
up.
up, yeah.
They effed up.
He cussed a lot.
Yeah, he did.
The Tennessee men, I believe, are still number 11 in the country, 4-0 so far on the season. Tennessee is now in the Bahamas. They will travel, they're obviously in the Bahamas. They're going to face 3-0 Virginia tomorrow at 9:30 on CBS.
Yeah, that's their first test, in quotes.
They played Louisville at Louisville.
Yeah, I'd say
That's a good
Louisville
test.
is their they got Baylor and St. John's. They're going to be there in the Bahamas as well. Hit some women's basketball. 3 5-star recruits in 7 days for Coach Caldwell.
Incredible job by Coach Kim Caldwell. And first time since the Pat Summitt era that we've got this many 5-stars coming in one season. So give credit where credit's due. The Lady Vawls are looking good right now. They're not ranked yet, but they're going to be ranked very soon.
Oh, yeah.
All 5 of the recruits are ESPN Top 100 recruits so far.
That's crazy.
The women still aren't ranked so far this year. Only 3 AP votes total.
It's as if I stole your notes on that one. My bad, Valdaddy.
They are 4-0 on the season so far. They beat Liberty 109-93 on Saturday. They play again Tuesday at 7 p.m. versus Western Carolina at Thompson-Boling Arena. Let's hit the comment box real quick. Edith is on Spur
Yep.
for a change.
She's not on me. She might want to be, but she's not on me.
She probably has been at some point.
I remember.
Barrett gives
I
Barrett
drank the other day at that tailgate.
I think you would remember that one, buddy.
Barrett says, "How about them Lady Vawls?" JC says, "I'm not worried. We are in. Calm as a cucumber. DK will be Rookie of the Year."
I think so, too.
I like it. Eric says we need to beat UTEP as bad as we can. Hype needs to keep the throttle down. I agree. I've got it in my notes somewhere as well, but one of the This is one of them games, like, if you beat them like 100-0, it don't make you look that good. But if you don't beat them 100-0,
It makes you look bad.
It makes you look bad. So, Jamie says Spank must have lost again. He didn't, but he owes us for 2. He owes us for 2.
Yes, he does.
So, we'll see. We'll see where he's at. Let's move over to TikTok. 7.4 thousand likes already on TikTok. We appreciate y'all
TikTok
very, very much. Jason says the Vawls are out.
What?
Currently.
Outside looking in.
Yep, outside looking in.
JD is taking me very serious. If you legit score 100, then that will look good. Haha. I'm obviously, I'm just I'm just giving examples here. If they don't beat UTEP by 45 or something, then it's going to be, well, their offense isn't that good.
I think we've got to at least put 55 on the board.
Got some Oregon people in the comments. They're not happy with us, I guess, disrespecting anybody else. Or disrespecting everybody but the SEC, basically. We
always give props to Oregon.
We said Oregon's the best team in the country right now.
We didn't hate on Oregon.
No, we don't hate on Oregon. Go Ducks. Hope you win them all. Till the end.
Carson says Vawls, baby. Yeah. Sam says, is the committee biased against Tennessee? I think it's Tennessee. I think it's the whole SEC as well. I think they're trying, giving any path they can to anybody outside of the SEC to make it. Mm-hmm. Hit the YouTube chat real quick. Got quite a few on there watching on YouTube. Better than normal. Eric B. Jones says, what's up? Tennessee football says Vawls by 100 this week. That's what we just talked about.
Yep.
We got some arguing going on. Jerry Gibson gave us some gator emojis with a laughing face.
Yeah, well, I said it already. I ain't going to say it again.
I don't even want to be sitting next to you right now.
Coach Ryan Jackson's watching. I was talking about your wife a minute ago, Ryan.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
She was a Minnesota Golden Gophers fan.
It wasn't good, Ryan.
Something about she liked rowing or skiing or something. I don't know.
Yep. I ain't even going to get back into it. Let's thank our friend Amy Maxwell of Tennessee Trends. Amy specializes in both junior and women's clothing. Her game day clothing is amazing. Clothing, shoes, and accessories. Football season almost over, but it's still not too late. Go check her stuff out at Hound Dogs, Knoxville. You can't miss it. If you want your kids to stand out and look great, if you want to stand out and look great and not have the same outfit, the same shirt on as everybody else inside Neyland Stadium, you need to check out Tennessee Trends. Check her out inside of Hound Dogs, Knoxville, or check her out on Facebook. Amy Maxwell is awesome. Support her, support small business, and buy local.
Yep, and there's something that you want and she doesn't have, she could probably get it for you.
Yes.
Yeah, she only makes like a certain amount of each shirt, each pair of pants. I know Josh likes the dresses.
Yeah. They didn't have any of my size the other day.
He tried several on, it just didn't work.
have to sew 2 of them together.
I still don't think that'd work, buddy.
All right, let's go over some offensive stats.
Do we have to?
I don't know.
We got to. For Saturday's loss versus Georgia. 8 straight losses to Georgia. That's 8. Tennessee ran the ball as a team. This is going to be our best stat, I guess. Tennessee ran the ball as a team for 152 yards on 39 carries. 2 touchdowns. That's 3.9 yards per carry. Dylan Sampson, 19 carries for 101 yards and a touchdown. That's 5.3 yards per carry. Nico had 12 carries for 24 yards. Peyton Lewis had 6 carries for 30 yards. 5 yards per carry for Peyton Lewis. Overall thoughts on Tennessee's rushing offense versus Georgia?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was serviceable. It should have been enough. Dylan Sampson continued to look good. He broke one late in the first half for the touchdown and gave a shout out to the kid he helped. If you've seen the College Game Day story, it was really good, but it just wasn't enough.
Sampson with another 100-yard game. Kidsman had a rushing touchdown, which was awesome to see. I thought we'd done enough on the ground to win. We just didn't have it elsewhere, man. It was tough to watch.
Yeah, Russian offense carrying us per usual. Good day for Dylan and Peyton.
It was.
No fumbles for D. Samp. That was good after having 3 in a row. I'm gonna give the running backs an A.
I gave us a B plus.
That's what I
I
gave
couldn't
us.
give anybody an A this week. It just wasn't happening.
B plus. Yeah,
Take that back. I do have one A.
I do too. It's probably the same
Yeah,
one.
probably is.
Tennessee through the air, 167 receiving yards. Nico was 20 of 33, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 75.6 QBR.
He looked good when he wasn't running for his life and getting planted in the dirt. That was the dirtiest quarterback jersey I've seen at Tennessee in a long time.
Nico was not the problem this week.
Nico was not the problem. He had 1 or 2 overthrows that, I bet he wishes he could have back, but he's probably throwing it off his back foot because he's getting hit. I gave Nico a B.
I gave him a B minus. He wasn't the issue, but he wasn't a superstar either, and didn't take the game over. So he played well. He didn't play great. He didn't turn the ball over. For that, I give him a B minus.
Yeah, Nico played well enough to win. He's behind on some throws, but he's been a little high on some throws, but he's done that all year. Again, Nico played good enough to win. I'm gonna go with a B plus for Nico. Let's hit our receivers now. Miles Kitzelman, 4 catches, 46 yards. Squirrel White, 6 catches, 45 yards. Brew McCoy, 4 catches, 38 yards. Dylan Sampson, 3 catches for 16 yards. Holden Stays, a catch for 9 yards. Peyton Lewis, a catch for 7. Chris Brazel, a catch for 6 yards. Our longest reception was 17 yards. What are your thoughts on the receiving core, and grade the receiving core?
Not having a healthy Dante Thornton certainly hurt us.
Yeah.
And it showed. Truthfully, I thought this was Squirrel White's best game of the season. I thought that he was our best receiver. But overall, I was fairly disappointed our receivers couldn't get separation, get open against Georgia's defense. It's got to be better. I'm going with a C for our receivers.
I was not that nice to him. Wide receivers not named Squirrel or Brew had a grand total of 1 catch. Outside of those 2, they had 1 catch if you are listed as a wide receiver. We had some drops. Couldn't get open, couldn't get separation. Just not a good game. I gave him a D+.
Yeah, no separation, dropping passes. Man, we'll talk more about them later. I'm going to go with a C-. I think we're just around average. I think we're around an average receiving core. I will like to add that tight ends do not expire in the first quarter.
Nope.
Georgia's didn't expire in the first quarter. I don't see the NFL teams. I don't see the Chiefs. I don't see I don't see these great teams with these awesome tight ends limiting their involvement either.
We got 3
We
great
have
ones.
great tight ends. Fucking use them, man.
Amen to that.
Like what? I mean, why not?
And they were certainly used against us, as we'll talk about here in just a minute.
Yeah.
You're sitting there just destroying them, not only catching the ball, but running the ball too. And it's like, okay, that worked really good.
Let's go away from it.
Now let's do something else.
I don't know. That's something Heupel's got to fix within himself, because if he is calling the plays, then why are we? I mean, is it something that we're not seeing that he's saying? I mean, he's the one who gets paid however many $1 million a year. He might see something that we don't, but at the same time, you got 3 great tight ends, especially Ethan Davis and Kitzelman. Those 2 men.
And they certainly wasn't being used in pass protect because
No.
was running for his life.
No, and they rushed 4 a lot.
Yep.
And we just couldn't block them. Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, I do not understand it at all. So thoughts on the offensive line for Tennessee, and grade the offensive line for Tennessee.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. 5 sacks is unacceptable. F.
And on top of the 5 sacks, several pre-snap penalties. It just I don't want to say the effort wasn't there, because the effort was there. They just did not play well, and I don't know if it was the Georgia defense. I don't know if it was the crowd. I don't know if it was the environment. I don't know if it was too much for them. But the offensive line just did not look good after the first quarter. I went with D.
Yeah, I got a D as well. Nico sacked 5 times, 6 tackles for loss. I do think they they played good enough to win as far as the run blocking, but the pass blocking was brutal, man. Nico looked like he had been
I didn't think he was going to get up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, a strap tied to him and just drug around the field after the game. Should have been much better. Tennessee on defense. They gave up 347 pass yards. I wish I knew what that felt like again. Gave up 106 rush yards. 2 touchdowns threw in the air. 2 ran in on the ground. Tennessee forced no turnovers. Tennessee didn't have a single sack. Supposed to be the best defense in the SEC. Only 2 tackles for loss. Only 6 total quarterback pressures in the entire game.
It didn't make any sense to me. It's not the defense we've seen all year long. It was, I don't know, it was play calling. I don't know, with defensive play calling. I don't know if Carson Beck just got in a rhythm and just played lights out. Because in the first quarter, I thought we were doing great. I thought, all right, this is going to be awesome. And then suddenly Beck broke contained and threw a long pass. And from that point on, he was on fire.
Yeah. Man, D-line, just got manhandled all night. It didn't help that we hardly dialed any blitzes up or anything like that. We did not help our defensive line any.
15, Josh. We've blitzed 15 times in the game.
Out of
Got
how
zero
many
pressure
how many
out of
snaps?
15.
How many snaps?
I don't know, but 15 times.
70, 80 snaps. That's not helping your defensive line out really that much. Like you said, no pass rush, man. We couldn't get to the quarterback, and that's one thing this team prides herself on is the defensive line depth. And I would hate to be a defensive lineman this week at the University of Tennessee because Rodney Garner is going to get in their ass.
As he should.
But we did stop the run. They didn't have to run, but we stopped it. So I gave them a C-.
There ain't no way I'm giving him a C this time. It's a D- at best.
Yeah, usually I give shout-outs individually, but I'm not even doing that for the defense this week. So defensive line, y'all already graded that.
Yep.
Yeah, minus for me.
Yeah, I've got an F. No sacks. Like I said, 6 total pressures. That's from Pro Football Focus, and that's being very, very generous in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I got an F for the defensive backs, and I've got an F. I would give them a Z if I could. Out of position, lost, clueless, slow. Linebackers were pitiful, man. And this goes back to the last 3 games. They've picked us apart with these splash plays. The middle of the field has been wide open. I don't know if you're Tim Banks, why you stay in man and why you don't go to his zone. You just continued to watch your team get whipped all night long. Again, the middle of the field, wide open. They're taking full advantage right now of our young linebackers. We miss Keenan Peely more than we've ever missed him. The middle of the defense is a problem. And I think this is the worst Tim Banks called game. Not the talent on the field, but as far as scheme, as far as adjustments, as far as
what adjustments?
What adjustments? Calls. It's the worst game I've seen from Tim Banks. Herbstreit kind of pointed it out. I don't like Herbstreit that much, but he pointed it out a few times early in the game. Look at Tennessee. They're just saying our guys are going to whip yours. And they're just in man. And he kept pointing it out, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse for us. And we just refused to try anything different.
Yeah, and the longer the game went, the more frustrated we got sitting there watching it. And you just knew McCoy had a terrible game. I thought Will Brooks had a terrible game. T. Lander wasn't there. I mean, it was.
See, Will Brooks was your leading tackler, though.
I know, but still, yeah.
It's bad when your secondary guys are, your top 5 guys in tackles. That's a problem.
And I give Georgia's play callers and then receivers a props. They played well.
Oh, they did. We got out-coached every single aspect of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby and his staff whipped Josh Heupel's ass. They did. I don't know. We'll go to special teams. Tennessee looked good on punt return. one block away from taking it to the house.
Yep.
Boo. About said Brew. Boo. I mean, he was right there. He was right there.
1 block away.
Yeah.
And he let the punter drag him down.
Yeah. Max Gilbert was 1 for 1, 52 yards, 2 for 2 extra point. Jackson Ross had 5 punts for 210 yards, 42 point yards per punt average. He had 5 inside the 20-yard line.
I can't say anything negative about special teams other than missing 1 block. So
Yeah.
do that, they get an A-.
I gave him an A. I took the plus away because of that block.
Michael Lopez on here says Georgia done the same thing to Texas with a very similar defense. Georgia just dialed in those 2 weeks.
You'll move over to TikTok. Eugene says Tennessee always chokes under pressure, especially on the road.
Yeah.
Especially on the road.
It's a habit I'd like to see us break.
We've struggled on the road. I would count Oklahoma as a good road win. I would count LSU as a good road win. Other than that,
see, that's what I don't understand. You can go to an environment like LSU and just take over the stadium, and just, but
we had Georgia. We had their fans out out of the game for a while, and we just let them come back.
We were so close to the knockout punch in the first quarter. We were close to it. Mm-hmm. It was almost there, and then it didn't happen. And Carson Beck made a play, and then suddenly Georgia's lights out. If he doesn't make that one play on third down early in the first quarter, then I think we run Georgia out of the ballpark. I do.
Yeah, let's talk about Tennessee's passing game a little bit more. A little bit of offense here. Tennessee's passing game. Let's break this down. Let's compare conference game versus non-conference game. Let's compare. Let's go back 2 years to what Tennessee was doing then. On average, Tennessee throws the ball for 229 yards per game. If you take away the cupcake games, Tennessee averages throwing the ball for 198 yards per game. Thank goodness for that big Kentucky game. It would have been the stats would have been real bad. Another way to put this would be Tennessee has 2,295 passing yards on the season. Almost 1,000 of them yards came from Chattanooga, NC State, and Kent State. For reference, the 2002 or 2022 team averaged over 100 more yards per game passing.
Well, see, in 22, man, we had a lot of explosive plays. Hendon Hooker was a big part of that. But how many of those explosive plays were passes to Ramel Keaton 10 yards downfield or Jalen Hyatt 10 yards downfield and they broke it off?
Cedric
Tillman.
Yeah, for reference, I'm not blaming this on Nico.
Right. But
what I'm thinking,
we don't have the offensive line. We don't have Nico doesn't have time to throw the ball. He doesn't have time to read the field before he's getting mollywopped back there. And he doesn't have, like you said, Cedric Tillman, Ramel Keaton, or Jalen Hyatt. He doesn't have those guys.
My fear is we become too dependent on Dylan Sampson's run game, and we think we can win with a run alone. And guys, I tell you, we can't win with a run alone. Not in this SEC, not against these better teams. So when we run the ball so well all year, and we have Dylan Sampson's awesome, there's going to come a time where we have to throw the ball too, and we've just not been forced into doing so until now.
All right, let's talk about passing touchdowns. Only 13 passing touchdowns thrown so far this season for Tennessee. If you take away the cupcake games, 5 touchdowns thrown in 7 SEC games by the Vawls. That is 30 total points in the air from the Volunteers offense in SEC games. So this Tennessee offense is averaging 0.7 passing touchdowns per game in SEC play.
How many would we be averaging if we catch those drop touchdown passes?
I'm not sure.
I know we had 3 dropped in one game. For
reference, again, Tennessee's had 13 total this year. For reference, in 2022, 10 games in the season, just like we are now, Tennessee had 34 passing touchdowns.
We try, like Spurs said, we're trying to run the ball and play defense, man, but we can't do that right now. But I don't put it all on Nico, and I know that's what you're trying to do or anything, but it falls directly on his offensive lineman, man. He doesn't have time to get rid of the ball.
I think it's just a combination. I think we have some receivers that's not as talented. They're good. They're not as talented as Jalen Hyde or Cedric Tillman or Ramel Keaton. They're good, but they're a little bit banged up too. And then Nico just he's a freshman, and he doesn't have time to make the decision. And when he has gone deep, he's overthrown a lot of guys, and it is what it is right now.
And I think that's a big issue too. Is I think we all got lost in the Nico hype, and we forget that kid is a freshman. And he's out here getting. I mean, I felt bad for the kid. I started to call DCS down there in Georgia on Saturday, saying that, there's a kid out there getting beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we got a bunch of factors to look at here. We got play calling. You've got the offensive line. You've got Nico as a freshman. Receivers can't get separation. I think we've got a combination of things going on. But the Tennessee offense is currently averaging 8 yards per pass attempt.
It's not good enough.
It's around 7 in SEC play. In 22, this Tennessee offense averaged more than double what this team does in passing yards per play.
You know what? I think Nico's going to get there, though. I think by the time he's a junior, those numbers are going to be turned around, and we're going to see the similar numbers to Hendon Hooker. At least I hope we do.
Yeah, there's so many similarities between him and Hooker, as far as athleticism and everything. It's just taking time. He's been trial by fire this year because he's not. I don't know, man. He don't. I always go back to the offensive line. They're not protecting him. Hooker. He had 2 or 3 NFL offensive linemen. Or I know he had Darnell Wright, and he had.
Carvin.
I mean, Hendon Hooker didn't have to worry about getting hit.
I'll bring up something else here. This coaching staff does not have a single starting offensive lineman that they recruited. You've got Pruitt players, and you've got transfers.
Well, I'll be dang.
Well, that don't help things.
It don't help things at all.
Because, offensive line, man, that's one group that you have to have chemistry with.
Yep. But let's be honest here as well, talking about the passing game and stuff. Tennessee hasn't played the best level of SEC competition either. I mean, you've got Georgia and Bama. That's it. I mean, we could give a head nod to Oklahoma's defense at the time, but Kentucky is pretty weak. Mississippi State's pathetic. Florida's a roller coaster. Always just happy to win that one. But Arkansas, don't even want to go there. But Tennessee has the second easiest schedule in the SEC. So, I mean, what would happen if we're playing Ole Miss? I don't know what them stats look like there.
Depends on which Ole Miss team shows up.
Well, we're playing in. Are we playing in Ole Miss? We're playing in Knoxville. I think it makes a big difference.
Another crazy stat for you about the Tennessee passing game. Nico had just 5 fewer completions than Carson Beck, but Carson Beck had 180 more passing yards.
Because his tight ends got separation. Mm-hmm. Not his receivers, his tight ends.
I mean,
run all over the field.
I don't know what Tennessee needs to do. Do they throw the deep ball more? Does Nico need more attempts? Does Josh Heupel simply need to be more aggressive? I mean, I don't know what the problem here is. Obviously, how much time Nico's getting back there plays a factor. His vision, decisions, ball placement. I don't know what fixes this.
Well, I mean, you even look back to last year, Joe Milton, he could throw a little wide receiver screen pass out there, and we take it to the house for 6.
Yeah,
but we're not doing that this year. What's changed?
Yeah, JC said a few minutes ago, we need to throw some more slants, some more crawl routes, some more quick hitters, and let these wide receivers get some yardage after catch.
That slant to Brew is always open.
It's always open.
And the tight ends are always open. Like I said, they do not expire in the first quarter. Keep using them.
If we have to dink and dunk down the field, let's dink and dunk.
Yeah.
I mean, give Sampson a break. He's probably tired by now.
Let's talk Kelsey Pope, because my personal opinion is that The Tennessee wide receiver room doesn't create much space. He was a part of giving us our first Blitnikoff winner, but Jalen Hyatt was already established. He was already developed at that point. Plus, you had Hendon Hooker back there throwing dimes. You have the very best of the best with Mike Matthews. He's just standing on the sidelines. 5-star, literally elite talent. I mean, how good of a job is Kelsey Pope doing?
Not very good.
No. That's my answer here coming up here shortly.
He's a good recruiter, man, but he can't develop anybody. He can't teach these guys to get separation. You can't scheme them open, and this is where we miss Alex Golish, I think, because him and Heupel were deadly together as far as that goes. They could scheme Spanky open somewhere.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Jerry Gibson says O-line couldn't even block Kent State. That was the first game that I actually was like, okay, this team's got problems.
Yep.
When you've got did they finally win one, Kent State, or are they
I don't
still?
even know if they won a
I
game
don't
on
think
it.
they have.
All right. So how good are we, in all honesty?
We're the number 11 team in the country, Vawls. That's how good we are. We're going to be 10-2 at the end of this season, and we're going to make the playoffs. And when we started this year, sitting right here, that was our goal, was to make the playoffs and then see what happens. So we are still in the running. We are still right where we need to be, one spot away from being in the playoffs, and I think we're going to make it. And as frustrating as this loss was, we're still sitting in a good spot. And if you'd have told me 10 years ago that we'd be where we are right now, I would have taken it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I think everybody will agree with me sitting here at this table. Football is not only a game of skill, it's a game of luck. Sometimes it's rather to be, lucky than good. We're a good football team, don't get me wrong, but we're not a great football team.
I'm not sure there is a great football team this season.
No.
Anywhere. Every team has problems. You take that same game from Saturday and you put it inside Neyland Stadium, and the outcome could be flipped. You take the Alabama game that we beat Alabama and put it down in Tuscaloosa, and it could be flipped. You take the Ole Miss game where they lost to Kentucky. Oh wait, they lost to Kentucky at home. Never mind.
Yeah, we got some hottie toddies in the TikTok chat. 7.5 thousand likes. If y'all want to see the full show, y'all get the behind the scenes for all the ones watching on TikTok. Look up Vawls Deep Podcast, VAWLS, on Facebook or TikTok, and you'll get to see the full show, get much better audio, better view of Spanky's pretty face, all that good stuff.
I'll tell you one last point, Valde. I'll let it go. This loss to Georgia, while it may knock us out of the playoffs altogether, I don't believe it will.
No, this didn't knock us out. The Arkansas game will be knock us out.
I believe we're still going to get in some way, somehow, but what it did do is it cost us a home playoff game. Yeah. We're not getting a home playoff game now, and Tennessee going on the road is not a good thing.
We'll see how the next couple of weeks go. There's an outside chance we could break back up into that home playoff game, but it's going to take a lot of help.
We're going to have to be in the top 7.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
All right, let's go over General Neyland's game maxims quickly. Agree or disagree? The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win.
That's what happened.
Yep.
Play for, make the breaks. When one comes your way, score.
No.
First quarter.
We didn't get many breaks from the officials either.
No, we did not get any breaks.
If at first the game or breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. I'll say we didn't quit.
We did not quit.
Effort was there the whole game.
Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, and our ball game.
No.
Did not protect our lead. Did not protect our quarterback.
Kickers look fine.
Yeah,
Kickers all right.
Hey, give Max Gilbert some credit. He made a long field goal there.
Career long, yep.
What, 52? Is that right?
51, 52.
God, I was feeling good that first half.
I was too.
Man,
We was hype over at my house.
Ball, Oski, cover, block, cut, slice, pursue, gang, tackle. For this is the winning edge.
No.
I've seen more missed tackles Saturday night than I've seen all year.
Press the kicking game. Here's where the breaks are made.
Our
Yes.
kicking game was fine.
Carry the fight to our opponent and keep it there for 60 minutes.
We didn't stop fighting. It just wasn't. We just didn't get up off the mat.
No.
All right, who's your MVP for last week's game versus Georgia?
Jackson Ross, 5 punts inside the 20. field flipper.
I'm going Dylan Sampson until it's not.
Until it's not, it is. It's Dylan Sampson.
Spanky,
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
we got to figure out your interest payment.
Yeah.
On what? Oh, yeah, I do owe that. Yeah.
You
owe
owe
two, son.
you owe St. Jude's money,
Yeah, I do.
which is pretty shitty for you not be paying
know,
that.
that's terrible.
And then
I need weekly reminders.
and then you got a face tattoo of me to put on that you owe. So you owe interest.
Yeah, I do.
I think he should have to draw tonight.
It wasn't in the contract.
But, you know, I will say, and Coach Ryan Jackson says it, he wants to give some love to Spanky for leading his team to win the Pig Bowl championship.
Here goes the ego.
There it is. Won the Pig Bowl.
And I have a story why I had a Coach Prime hoodie on, okay? I have a story behind it. So last week we played the same team that we played Sunday, and they had a little jukebox, and they was playing Coach Prime's music during their warm-ups the whole time. So I figured, hey, this week I might as well just wear a Coach Prime hoodie.
Well, you wore it.
Yeah, you wore it all right, Spank. All right, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We'll upload the live video on our YouTube channel after the show. Also, the audio version will be uploaded wherever you prefer to get your podcast. You can also rewatch the show on Facebook. We still have a very long way to go. The show's just getting started. We look forward to hearing from all of our live listeners. Thank you, Hound Dogs Knoxville, for sponsoring our podcast. This locally owned and operated Tennessee sports store is your go-to hometown store for all of your Tennessee needs, whether it be clothing, hats, accessories for your car, boat, office, tailgate, pets, or even your kids. They have what you need at Hound Dogs. Check them out at hdknoxville.com. Share this out for us. We still got a lot to discuss. Let's have a big show tonight. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Vol Daddy. I want to give a big shout out to the Fairview Union. Great musicians, local people. Chad's from my hometown. They were gracious enough to let us use their music for our podcast. Make sure you check them out. They're huge Tennessee fans. You won't be disappointed. Let's hear them play.
Man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back. It's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud. Send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact. The big orange is back on track. Coach Hyper, where you at? Getting it done, having fun. Power team #1. Y'all better get used to the fact. The big orange is back.
Freedom Motors is the local pre-owned car dealer who does more for you than any other dealer around. You want convenience? You can check out their entire line of vehicles online at freedommotors.tn.com. And when you find what you like, they'll bring the vehicle right to your door. That's a dealer who cares about you and your time. Shop Freedom Motors today, and let's get you in your new ride.
Keep freedom rolling. Keep freedom rolling. Keep freedom rolling. On down the line.
We're still here.
All right, we are back. Make sure to check us out on all podcast platforms. Wherever you prefer to listen, we are there. We're very popular on our audio-only versions. We get to do it without any fees thanks to our listeners and our sponsors. We want to give our friends 865 Exterior Solutions a big shout-out. These guys can do it all. Roofing, siding, framings, decks, windows, doors. Matt Swole Cole and Chandler Kite can handle any project you can throw at them. It's very hard to find people that want to work these days. If you do find them, getting them to show up is a whole new ball game. Call 865 Exterior Solutions and cut through the BS. 865-399-3547 or 865-292-1772. Let them know the Vawls Deep Podcast sent you. All right, it brings us to start, bench, cut. Feel free to play along with us in the comments. Start, bench, cut. Which position group are you most disappointed in coming off the loss in Athens? The defensive backs, the wide receivers, or the defensive line?
I was really, really disappointed in the defensive line. I'm going to start them. They just, they picked the worst time to play their worst game of the year. I'm going to bench the defensive backs because up until this point, we've held quarterbacks at bay. I'm going to cut the wide receivers.
I'm starting the defensive backs. I just thought it was a terrible game with Georgia's receivers and tight ends were running all over the field wide open. I'm going to bench the defensive line. We did stop the run for the most part, but we did not get any pressure on Georgia's quarterback whatsoever. And as bad as they played, I'm cutting our wide receivers. It still wasn't pretty.
I guess I'm just going to go opposite here. I'm going to start the defensive backs because, like Spurgeon said, like it was like all night long. They're just getting open. Like, it's like no one's out there guarding them or anything.
They let a little motion just confuse.
Yeah. It was like, and I'm just like, my Lord, can someone, like, can we at least, like, throw something at them or something?
Yeah.
To stop them for just a minute?
They throw a flag on us, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Then I'm going to have I'll bench the defensive line, and, like, it's just not, like, that's not our defensive line. I don't know who that was. Wearing Tennessee jerseys with last names on the back of them, same numbers. I don't know who it was, but someone needs to find out who it was and arrest them. Then I'm gonna cut the wide receivers, even though they need to learn to catch the dang ball.
I'm gonna start the defensive line. Like I said, no sacks, no tackle, or what? 2 tackles for loss.
3.
Oh, okay. Wowzers. Only 6 pressures the whole game, so that's gonna be my start. I'm gonna bench the defensive backs. Wasn't pretty there either, especially in the middle of the field. I'm gonna cut the wide receivers. Start bench cut. Who gets upset this weekend? Number 22, LSU, with Vanderbilt coming to town. Number 8, Notre Dame, with Army coming to Ireland. Or number 11, Ole Miss, traveling to the Swamp.
I'm going to start this one, guys. I'm going to say it a second time tonight.
Don't say it a second time.
Go get.
You don't have to say it.
Go. Florida's going to beat Ole Miss. That's my start. I'm going to bench Army beating Notre Dame, and I'm cutting LSU losing to Vanderbilt.
Can Lagway run right
Yes.
now? Right now he can?
I think so.
Okay.
He's still a little banged up, but
Okay.
he ran well last week.
I'm gonna start Notre Dame getting beat by Army. I honest to God think that's gonna happen anyway. I'm gonna bench Ole Miss going to Florida. Florida, they looked good last week.
Brian Kelly.
Well, yeah, but still, Lagway looked good. How about that?
Yeah.
And I don't think Vandy has it in them again. So I'm gonna cut LSU Vandy.
I'm going to start Ole Miss going down to Florida. Who would have thought that the Gators have a shot to finish 7-5 with their schedule? That is just crazy and mind blowing to me.
Give him an extension.
Yeah, well, he's done got one. The AD's done come out and he's done got an extension. He will be the head coach next year.
Sign him for 10 more years.
Yeah, please.
And they're just playing hard for him. And Lagway, he's dangerous. He is very dangerous.
He's going to be a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And then next, I'm just going. Even though, is it really an upset if you're undefeated? Is it really an upset if you're an undefeated team?
Yes, it's upset.
Yes.
I don't know, but you know what? You know what? No, screw it. Vanderbilt, I'm going to pick them to upset before LSU because, one, I'm not choosing an American team to lose in Ireland. I just ain't going to do it.
I'm gonna. I don't even. Is the game really in Ireland?
They're both American teams.
Huh?
They're both American teams.
Not the Army is not the Armed Forces is not going overseas and losing, buddy.
That's the upset. Army
Is it
beat
really
Notre
overseas?
Dame.
Yeah, it's in Ireland. That's what I was saying earlier.
Well, I
Notre
know,
Dame's the
but-
favorite.
Huh?
Notre Dame's the favorite.
Well, why are they the favorite? They ain't undefeated. That's stupid.
Because they're number.
number 6. Where you been the whole show, Spanky?
They're stupid.
I'm gonna start Ole Miss traveling to the Swamp. I think all pressure is on Ole Miss. I think Lagway is very good. I hope he's 100%.
I do too.
I'm going to bench 22 LSU with Vanderbilt coming to town. I think LSU will win, but you never know. And then I think Notre Dame is going to get it done versus Army. I hate to say it, but that's my cut.
Valdi, is this a good time to ask a question about LSU? How hot is the seat for Brian Kelly already?
Scorching.
They owe a lot of money down there. He just
I bet
says
they wish they had Coach O back.
I've been trying to talk Spanky into getting an extension.
Need some of my hairs.
Shoot. Wasn't that a commercial or something? Extenders or something. It's one of them late night things. Yesterday was here Spanky will love this one. Yesterday was National Carbonated Beverage Day. Start bench cut these drinks: Coke, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper.
Go ahead, Spanky. This is made for you.
I'm gonna cut Coke.
He's gonna cut Dr.
I'm
Pepper.
gonna cut Dr. Pepper. And I'm gonna cut Mountain Dew, because anyone who truly knows me, and I know this is very shocking to some of you people out there by looking at my appearance and physique, but
Your
I
physique
do
is
not
Peak
Nah.
no performance.
drink soda. I only drink water and occasionally chocolate milk.
So it's all water weight.
Yeah.
We need to start looking into how contaminated that Dasani water is. Then
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
Oh, you drink Dasani?
Yeah, that's
That's
what it
disgusting,
sounds like.
man. That's the worst water there is.
Oh, you're an idiot.
tastes
Yeah,
like
I know.
metal.
You're an idiot.
Well, anyway, go ahead, Spar.
For this list, I'm going to cut Coke. I'm going to bench Dr. Pepper. I'm going to start Mountain Dew, and I'm definitely starting Tenergy.
Oh, what a
No, God.
God.
I'm gonna start Mountain Dew, man. I've always been a Mountain Dew guy.
I have to.
You look
even-
like a Mountain Dew guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna bench Coke, and I cannot stand people that wake up first thing in the morning and say, "You know what I want? I want a cold Dr. Pepper." Why? What is wrong with you? Who hurt you?
I got a punishment, Val Daddy.
What?
The Dr. Pepper with pickles.
Never heard of it.
Yep, that's a new thing.
Oh my God, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yep. that's a new
Hopefully
thing.
Spanky gets that one.
He wouldn't do it.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Remind me, we'll put it in there.
I say it's really good. So.
I'm gonna start Mountain Dew. I'm gonna bench Coke, and I'm cutting Dr. Pepper.
That's the right order.
Yep. Start, bench, cut. Which controversial call versus Georgia was the most valid? 12 men on the field, the pass interference on Squirrel White, or the tight end incomplete pass call?
The tight end incomplete pass call just pissed me off. He
I mean-
literally took 2 steps with the ball.
It was tucked. He was running. I mean, my God, like the
What else you gotta do?
defense just gets completely screwed now. Just you can't hit nobody. I mean,
Might as well be
what's
playing.
considered a catch? I mean, my God, he grabbed it with both hands, tucked it, was running,
To me, that
and
was
they didn't
just
even
the
review
worst
it.
one.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
That's the part got me. They didn't even review it. And I kind of blame our coaches on that one too a little bit. Like, why in that situation are you not trying either waste the time out there? Yeah, because that was a crucial part in the game. That was a crucial catch. Like, why are we not, saying, hey, why aren't we looking at this here? And why ain't someone in the box signaling down the hype on them about that? But I'm going to bench next the PI because it was obvious pass interference, but I get it. Pass interference, it's a judgment call. It's whatever. It's a stupid
behind the
call.
referee. It was behind the referee.
It's stupid. And then 12 men on the field, like, come on now. Learn to count.
The pass interference was rough too.
Pass interference was rough. And the problem was these were all at crucial times, including a couple other calls. It was at very crucial times. We're sitting there, and I'm not going to start any of these because they're all pretty bad. They're all starts. I was sitting there at Josh's house on the 12th man on the field penalty, and before they even reviewed it, I looked over at Josh and said, we had 12 on the field to snap. They're fixing to blow it dead. And sure enough,
But
as soon as they blew it dead, I said, mother.
That was a trash call.
trash.
Trash.
It was trash.
Even Kirby Smart come out and said, no, we literally do the same thing. We've never seen this before.
Yeah, the problem wasn't that. Yeah, we had 12 men on the field at the snap. The problem was mechanics of the referees was awful for that.
Yeah.
Georgia substituted with 22 seconds on the play clock. Tennessee substituted with 17. We had to have time to get our players on and off the field. The rule doesn't say you had to hustle off the field. It just
No.
says you had to exit the field.
You see teams do it all the time.
every
Yeah.
Saturday.
Like I said, even Kirby says he did it, so he didn't understand it either.
I mean, I'd rather him slow walk off than to get halfway off and fall down with an injury.
And then you've got two. The face mask happened before that, so
Oh, that's the other one.
both of them, they both happened on the same drive. If it wasn't for them two, the drive they don't score.
I just saw Hype will just put the microphone in the media's face. Like,
Yeah.
let you say it.
Say it again. What?
Say it again.
I really wish Danny would give him full reins, but I don't think.
He
And
didn't need 4 reigns. He said all he needed to say.
I mean, they didn't fine Kirby after the Texas game for saying they tried to take it away from him.
Yeah.
And again, it was just at crucial moments. And then there was holding calls against Tennessee that was just at terrible times where it stalled a drive out. We couldn't get any kind of rhythm because of it. It was frustrating all night long. And I don't blame officials, guys, for anything. But it was just the number of calls, and it was all one-sided.
yeah, it was like when the first quarter was over, it was okay. We can't throw any more flags on Georgia. And I'm not going to sit here and say that they cost us a game, but they cost us a game because we couldn't, like Spurs said, we couldn't get in a rhythm.
Yeah, Mo was a real thing.
And we had momentum going into the second quarter. We're up and we're cruising. And then stuff like this started happening. Back-to-back drives. They fumbled the ball, and we recover it both times. And somehow it's incomplete pass both times.
I'm usually one who I'm not real hard on officials because and this is just how I truly believe in the game of football. A referee cannot cost you a game. Only you can cost yourself a game because if you don't execute the things you need to do early enough to even put the game in a situation to where a referee needs to even make that call, then that's on you as a coach, as a player, as a program. But Saturday, it was hard to defend that logic.
It was.
At some point, these officials, they've got to be held accountable. Mm-hmm. There is no accountability for these officials.
The problem is there never will be because of the shortage of referees.
The problem is
it's getting worse. You would think it would be as good as they get paid, man, at that level.
But that's just it, Valdaddy. They're not full-time officials. The SEC has millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, and we're hiring officials to work season only. These officials need to be full-time. This needs to be their full-time job.
What do they get paid still, though, per game?
I'm sure it's really good money. At the same time, though, they have.
So we still got like the realtor from Alabama.
Yeah, exactly.
That used to be a quarterback there that's still calling games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah, wasn't he the head
wondering.
official in that game?
Yeah,
It's the same official.
Yeah, just wondering.
Yep.
Just wondering. I'm gonna start the 12 men on the field just because I've never seen that ever. You see. I don't know. You do see the offense get penalized, which is why the defense does it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just complete bullshit. I'm gonna bench the incomplete pass call. The ball was tucked. Steps were took. Should have at least been reviewed. I'm gonna cut, even though it was horrible. I'm like Spur. There's really not a cut or a bench here. The pass interference on Squirrel White. There's probably 3 more I could have threw on here too. The punch was bad too.
The punch was bad.
Was bad.
I don't know how you don't throw a flag there.
And back to the incomplete pass call. Had they called that a fumble on the field, do they overturn it?
No.
The incomplete pass, no. So it needs to be reviewed at least. Stop the game, take a look at it. That's what
they wasn't even going to let us they was just blowing the shit out of that whistle. There's no way that we can let this happen.
Now, the shovel pass that they ruled not a fumble, that was a correct call.
I hate that it's counted as a pass because it's a handoff. It's a handoff. I'm sorry.
But still yet, by the way the rule is, that was the correct call. That was not a fumble. Or that was, yeah, exactly. That was
I you was talking about this earlier. I cannot stand that.
Even then, though, he still took 2 steps.
Still, yeah.
Then
he kicked the ball.
Yeah. What the point is? At what point is it a catch? Are we talking Gaffney? If that's a catch, then anything's a catch, right?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Let's not get started on that. Let's move on here.
It's bullshit. Like, there needs to be something put in place instead of just a judgment call.
Yeah.
Which flaw will continue to haunt the Vawls with the College Football Playoff Committee? The loss to Arkansas, the offensive struggles, or the strength of schedule?
I think it starts, honestly, with that loss to Arkansas. Because I still think, even with our offensive worries and stuff, if we're sitting at 1 loss right now, that's the Georgia, I still think we're sitting
we're in good
high.
shape if it's just Georgia, yeah.
But next, I think also what's going to hurt is the strength of schedule, really. And I'm not trying to defend them here, but if you compare our schedule compared to Georgia's schedule, it's not even close.
For the first time ever.
Yeah, for the first time ever. I know this is very odd to say because Georgia usually has a cupcake schedule, but in their defense, they've had a pretty rough schedule.
Yeah, Georgia's had a rough one.
And then, to me, offensive struggles, and I'll go on this rant here. I don't think the playoff selection committee even watches the dang football games.
No, we got in pretty deep with them in the beginning.
I don't think they do. I honestly don't think they do. Because you can't tell me that Alabama is a better team than us. I'm sorry. You can't tell me that. I get it. We lose to Georgia. We should fall. I get that. But you can't tell me and sit there and say Alabama's a better team than us. On the field wise, you can't. You can't tell me that.
No, it's common sense. We won the head-to-head, but they already said the head-to-heads don't matter.
Yeah, apparently head-to-head don't matter anymore.
Then what's the point of the game then?
Yeah.
I'm starting to loss to Arkansas. It's going to linger on us all the way up to the very end. As Spanky said, had our first loss been to Georgia, we'd be sitting just fine right now. Still going to the SEC championship game. That loss to Arkansas is terrible. I'm going to bench the offensive struggles because if the playoff committee reads the stats that Luke read off a few minutes ago, they may second think us again. And I'm cutting the strength of schedule because it's already been said the strength of schedule doesn't mean anything because those Big Ten teams wouldn't be in the top 5 if strength of schedule meant anything.
I don't think the committee knows what they're doing, but here's what I'm going to start. I'm going to start that Arkansas game, even though it's a good win for Texas.
Yeah,
It's
great,
a bad
great
loss.
win.
Great win for Texas.
Great win for
Great win for
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
But bad loss for us.
Bad loss for us, yeah.
I'm gonna bench our strength of schedule because this is it's the weakest schedule we've had in a long time, and we shouldn't have lost to Arkansas. Stuff happens, but whatever. And then I'm gonna cut our offensive struggles.
I'm gonna start the loss to Arkansas. That's all I want to talk about is our loss to them. Like Josh said, it's a bad loss, but it's also a great win for Texas. I'm gonna bench the offensive struggles because they are kind of combining all of this together as far as the loss to Arkansas and our offensive struggles. And I'm gonna cut the strength of schedule because obviously this does not matter to the committee whatsoever.
What's crazy is if you look at our schedule back in August, it's a good schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
we can't control how other teams suck through the season. Like, going into it, Oklahoma, bam, that's a big game. NC State, bam, that's a big game. Arkansas, that could have been a big game. Alabama, Georgia, but yet
that is a great point.
we can't control that. Like, obviously, I think that's the part of the strength of schedule that does get me is your schedule is made almost a year in advance. How are you supposed to know how them teams are going to handle themselves?
Your
in
out-of-conference
advance?
schedule is made years in advance.
We're getting penalized, because Oklahoma's quarterback got hurt and they've fallen apart. At some point it should matter what they were when we played them.
I feel like these committee members should actually sit and watch the game.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't tell me Indiana's better than us.
They don't know ball. That's what we're going to say. Indiana's not better. Indiana's not better than a lot of teams on our schedule.
You can't tell me Texas is better than us either. I don't care what they say.
JC says he's ready to host the first round. Go Vawls.
Let's
we're going. All them losses we talked about needing to happen. All them will need to happen for us to host first round at this point. Edith says lost. I don't know what Edith's talking about. Edith, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Edith.
Talking about Ole Miss losing to Kentucky at home.
Okay, I didn't see that part. I can't keep up.
Already, I was told to turn my volume up slightly.
I'll just move that mic right in front of your face.
It's where it's been.
Yeah, maybe they need hearing aids.
Yeah, who knows? I haven't talked very loud tonight, so it's probably that.
All right. TikTok has been booming, boys. 13.1 thousand likes
Keep 'em
on
coming,
TikTok. We appreciate it. We got a bunch of Georgia fans in here. Yeah,
They
we've. I ain't heard no barking yet, but we gave y'all quite a bit of credit at the beginning of the show. We don't really have anything to say.
Hey, let's give credit to that kid that kicked the $800,000 field goal for Pat McAfee. Someone needs to sign that kid.
Yeah, somebody does.
Bob says can't wait to see the first fine for the fake injury. In order for it to be enforced, actually, that's what's going to happen. Like somebody's going to have to get hit with it.
They was talking about the Norman Lott. They was talking about finding Heupel for that.
Yeah, that was a horrible acting job there, man. It was bad. Let's thank our friend Amy Maxwell with Tennessee Trends. Amy specializes in both junior and women's clothing. Her game day clothing is amazing clothing, shoes, and accessories. She's making a lot of new stuff now. She's got art. She's got some men clothes out as well. The best thing you can do is go check her stuff out at Hound Dogs Knoxville. You can't miss it. Usually it's outside of the door. She's got some right in the middle of the store as well. If you want to stand out and look great, and you look different than everybody else, not have the same outfit on as everybody else, check her stuff out. Tennessee Trends. Look her up on Facebook. Please support Amy. She's awesome. We're all for small business, and we're all for buying local.
She brought some coffee too the other night.
She did bring us coffee the other night.
It was a little chilly out there.
That's very nice of her. All right, let's play one word. Are you ready?
Let's
do it.
UTEP.
Next.
Corbin.
Ah, dang you. Let's just go with minors. It's Corbin and minor. No, going there.
Oh, God.
Stop that.
No, I'm kidding.
I must have missed something here.
Minors and UTEP.
Yeah, minors.
Did you go, Josh?
Yeah, I said next.
Next.
Yeah.
I don't know. Safe travels. That's 2 words. I'm just going to go clueless. I don't know nothing about the minors. Last game at Neyland Stadium.
Seniors.
9 months.
This is multiple words, but $35 tickets.
Are they really that 35?
Yeah.
I done well then.
I'm going to go memories.
That's a good one.
Officiating versus Georgia.
Pathetic.
Home cooking.
Ray Charles.
Go ahead and change the 2 words. I mean,
Yeah.
No, I like the one. I like the one. I'm going to go rigged. El Paso.
Mexico, because it's right there on the border.
Uncle Jimmy.
Who?
I have Uncle Jimmy from El Paso.
Oh, okay.
He usually listens to the show, so there we
Okay.
go.
Texas.
I'm going to go salsa.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Spanky over trying to think. It's just a brand, Spanky.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He probably don't use it, so.
We got Alamo. You're welcome. Eddie Guerrero.
Legend.
Frog Splash.
You know, we had the opportunity here. I could have said lie. You could have said cheat. And he
Look
could
at
have
this
said
bad boy
steal.
right here, Spank.
Oh, God almighty.
Look at that
I
bad
didn't
boy.
think about that.
Oh,
Let's start again. Do that again.
Lie.
Cheat.
Steal.
Hey, Big Papa Stu brought that to the
Oh,
Wild Daddy.
gosh almighty.
Worst wrestler of all time.
I'd rather pick Mike Tyson over him.
Shit. I'm going to go tragic for Eddie Guerrero.
It was, man.
Willie Nelson.
Trigger.
Pot.
Highwayman.
Let's go marijuana. Blunt. Joint.
Trigger's the name of his guitar.
Oh, I know. I'm surprised one of you big right wingers didn't say Democrat.
You didn't think about it. Shows how much I pay attention to Willie Nelson these days.
Chuck Norris.
Walker.
Ranger.
Texas.
I'm going to go Bowflex. Is that what it is, the commercials at
Yeah,
Bowflex?
he used to do the Bowflex commercials. Yeah,
Like 80 years old, baby.
Jokes.
Yeah, Jokes.
yeah, Jokes is a good one.
The whole state of Texas.
Here you go. Red.
Oil.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
I'm going to go California.
Please no.
You not seen Austin?
I have.
Okay. George Bush.
Shoe. Where he gets the shoe thrown at him.
Conspiracy, and I'm just leaving it at that.
I'll go one better. 9/11.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
Cheney.
Fool me once, you can't get fooled again.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Jerry.
Metal roof.
Prime.
You would.
You was all against him, and now you're back on the wagon.
I'm just saying. Like that's where he's gonna be next year.
I'm gonna go just Ha. H-A Ha. Shaquille O'Neal.
Diesel.
Better wrestler than Goldberg.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't that right?
That's not one word, Spur.
Ain't that right?
It's funny though.
Top 5.
top 5.
Or here, barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. Or Chuck.
Guys, I'm worried about Shaq. He didn't look very good at the Tyson fight.
He didn't.
I'm just gonna go Shaq.
Walmart shoes, man. $25 shoes at Walmart, man.
I love Shaq, man. Freedom Motors LLC is owned and operated by Chris Looper, top-notch pre-owned car dealership located at 7765 Maynardville Pike in Knoxville. Freedom Motors will do more for you to get the deal done than any other dealership around. If you want convenience, you can check out their entire inventory online at freedommotors.tn.com. Once you pick the vehicle that is right for you, they can even deliver the vehicle right to your door. Check out Freedom Motors today and keep freedom rolling. Let's hit the comment box. We got a dunk for Shaq. That's a good one.
Teddy bear for Shaq as well.
Liz says cheerleaders.
That's for
Cowboys.
no, probably George Bush because he was a cheerleader in college.
Or no.
Did you know that?
But that had to have been for the Cowboys.
He was a cheerleader at Yale. I think it was.
More you know, I guess. I feel like humans and fish can coexist peacefully.
Let's hit. Liz says Tyson didn't look good at the Tyson fight.
He was pulling punches. I think that thing was rigged.
I do too. You
seen
That was
him?
rigged. Is that game Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100% that it was rigged. Tennessee Georgia game was rigged too.
They're talking about a work.
Tennessee welcomes UTEP for a senior night matchup at Neyland Stadium Saturday. Kickoff will be at 1 p.m. Eastern. The SEC Network will be covering the game. I think it's on SEC Plus though.
It is.
Streaming on.
UTEP is 2-8 on the season. ESPN gives the Vawls a 99% chance to win. 47 degrees is what it was showing, I believe, yesterday.
It'd be chilly.
It'd be cloudy. The Vawls, they haven't announced what they're going to be wearing yet, but it's senior night, so it should be traditional uniforms if I was guessing.
No, it ain't gonna be.
What if we see the orange helmets?
It's got to be.
They might wear them for Vanderbilt.
Just wait.
Why would you not wear it all orange?
I'll tell you why in a minute.
I want to see all orange. Let's hit the offensive keys to the game. Edith.
Score on every possession. Score a touchdown every possession against UTEP. There's no reason not to. Continue to run the ball, stay healthy, get healthy, period.
It's kind of the same for me. Offensively, just score. Figure out the passing game. Yeah, you just seen that.
You laughing at Edith? God almighty.
I know they say style points don't matter, but to hell with it. Put 100 on them.
Yep, get in sync, get in rhythm, score a lot of points. Style points, like I said earlier, they're not going to matter in this game except if you don't put a lot of them up. Then it's going to matter. So that's literally all. That's the most basic, simple keys to the game I've ever had for offense. Let's go on defense.
Shut them out.
Shut out.
Goose egg on the board.
Pick the ball off. It's time for our defensive backs to have a better game. It's almost impossible to have a worse game, but
And you know what else? Have a little fun.
yeah.
Yeah, get back to playing your brand of football. That's literally all I've got besides stay healthy. Play your brand of football. We've seen 3 games in a row where it's just not been our typical defense. I've got nothing for special teams. Just keep doing what you're doing the last 2 games.
Man, this side note, this is a get-right game. It's time to score as much as you can and figure out the issues.
All right. Thank you for listening to that segment presented by VFL Stephen Hensley, Insurance and Realty. Stephen is from my hometown. He's a Vol for life and literally the best agent that you're going to find in East Tennessee. He's done over 500 real estate closings in the last 3 years, including helping former NFL great and Super Bowl champion Rodney Harrison and his family purchase their Knoxville home. They purchased their home here in Knoxville so they could watch their son Christian Harrison play at Tennessee. Stephen played 3 seasons as a walk-on under Philip Fulmer and his senior year under Lane Kiffin. He went to UT as a wide receiver, moved to backup punter his junior year, finished his senior year at running back. He's a Vol for life. Local person. We love Stephen to death. Text or call him anytime, 865-742-1672. That's his direct number. We'll be right back. Sit tight. Still a lot for us to discuss. We've got over-under. We've got the duel. And we've got our football pick'ems. And we've got some punishments to figure out as well. Share this out for us if you don't care. Let's have a good episode.
Checkerboard, check the score. We gonna be on top. We're all ball, bring it on down to Neyland Stadium. 100,000 can't get louder. Gators come and get your song. Yeah, we'll be singing our song. We're all ball, bring it on. We're all ball, bring it on. The Vol Navy's getting crazy on the Tennessee. We're tailgating, just waiting for that power tee. We're all ball, bring it on down to Neyland Stadium. 100,000 can't get louder. Bama, come and get your song. Yeah, we'll be singing that song. We're all ball, bring it on. Bring it on. Butch and crew coming through, got this thing on lock. Checkerboard, check the score. We gonna be on top. We're all ball, bring it on down to Neyland Stadium. 100,000 can't get louder. Georgia, come and get your song. Yeah, we'll be singing our song. Yeah, we'll be singing our song. We're all.
Viewers. All right, we are back. Still a lot to do for tonight's episode of the Vawls Deep Podcast. We have over-under coming up. The duel will follow. We need all of our listeners for that. We need your votes. After that, we'll be getting into our college football pick'ems for a chance for one of you all to win a $25 gift card courtesy of Hound Dogs Knoxville. We'll also send you some pretty cool stuff from the Vol Navy as well. Stick around. We're going to have some fun tonight. Hound Dogs, locally owned and operated, right in the heart of West Knoxville. They have the largest selection of youth clothing and tons of the checkerboard overalls that we all wear, besides Spanky. He's going to have to get him a pair. Need some orange and black ones, start coaching in them. They carry a huge variety of brands like the Vol Navy, our great sponsor, Tennessee Trends, that Amy Maxwell owns, Vintage UT, 865 Life, 010, and many other small business brands. Check out Hound Dogs in person at 9250 Kingston Pike or online at hdknoxville.com.
You know, I bet Amy would make him a pair of those.
She could. He needs some.
Did you start coaching him?
No.
Why?
Very particular on what I wear.
What about just some checkerboard pants, orange and black?
I think on that one.
Black
He wouldn't
polo.
do it. He wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it.
I'd have to think on that one.
That's his way of saying he wouldn't, just like he was not going to ever do another punishment.
Let's play over-under for our listeners. This will be very simple. We give a stat number, and we predict whether it will be over or under that number. Over or under, Tennessee covers the spread at 41.5 on Saturday.
Over.
We go over.
Over.
I've got over as well. Over under 53.5 total points scored between Tennessee and the Miners.
Over.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
I got over as well. Nico has 3.5 total touchdowns versus UTEP.
Under. He doesn't play the whole game.
I agree with that 100%.
If he's in the fourth quarter, something's wrong.
I'm going to go over. Tennessee defense has 4.5 sacks on Saturday.
Under.
We're not going to bring much pressure.
I've got over there too. Being optimistic, baby. Tennessee defense allows less than 6.5 points in Neyland Saturday.
Under.
Under, we're not going to let them score.
I think they might score. Over.
I'm going to go under. Dylan Sampson, 199.5 rush yards.
I'm going under because I think that we need to limit his carries this game.
Yeah, exactly. Under, this is going to be a break game for him. He'll play the first quarter and a half probably.
Give it to Sean Bishop and him.
Yep.
I'm going to go over. I think he's going to break multiple for some big yardage.
I mean, I'd be okay with it. But
Dylan Sampson, 3.5 touchdowns on Shield Watkins Field.
under. I think he has 3.
I'm going to go over.
Got 2.
Over, fuck it. I'm going over on everything else.
I love the language on tonight's show. You can tell we've come off a loss.
Yeah. What does Tennessee need to do to impress the College Football Playoff Committee at this point?
You have to blow the next 2 out of the water.
You have to win. I don't think you can impress the committee.
You're just going to have to blow them out of the water and just hope some teams lose.
I'm not sure the committee's even watching games.
They probably just sit up there.
They're watching Michigan's games because that's where they're from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching a 5-5 team.
I think we got to win big. I think we got to win huge. I think we got to embarrass. I know I'm already skipping, but we got to embarrass Vanderbilt next week. They are considering Vanderbilt good wins, apparently. So Tennessee needs to embarrass Vanderbilt next week.
Well, they're considering Arkansas a good win, too.
We got to get back to playing elite defense.
Vanderbilt's been tough at home.
We got to show the committee we can score.
Style points.
Yep, we got to show the committee that we can score because I think that's one of the biggest concerns is our lack of offense. What is your biggest concern with this football team at this very moment?
Inconsistent O-line play. That is where it starts. It starts up front.
I'm worried that we have a confidence problem when we get behind.
I'm worried about, honestly, our road. Us playing on the road.
Struggles, yep.
Road struggles. And I get it, Vanderbilt's not really a far road game. But if you don't think that all 100 of them Commodores ain't going to be rowdy when we go there to play them, you got something to stay.
That's a home game.
It's a home game for us.
I don't know.
There might
boys.
be 100 of them there.
I'm telling
They
you.
might pop in some crowd noise.
They
They're
might.
going to have to. Look,
They're going to have to.
They got that construction going. Them construction workers be.
Is it still going on?
I think
It
so.
is.
They're going to be drilling while we're on offense.
You just turned Edith on again.
Yeah.
My biggest concern is the defense. We haven't really been ourselves in 3 weeks, in my opinion. The big splash plays are killing us. We're literally confused out there. The middle of the field's wide open. We let a little motion just create absolute havoc for us. Getting no pressure on the quarterback. Tim Banks is lacking adjustments. We need to be more aggressive. And Tennessee losing its identity on the road in big games. It's continuing to be a problem. Elite teams are elite no matter where they play, and that's my biggest concerns.
Yeah, it helps whenever you have officials that know what they're doing too. But
again, you go back and you look, other than LSU and Oklahoma, Tennessee does not have a great road win. So we just continue to be mediocre on the road in general. Now, before we hit the duel, we want to thank our sponsor, 865 Exterior Solutions. Matt Cole and Chandler Kite are the guys to call. Local business, local people, no better people to support. Call Matt at 865-399-3547 or call Chandler at 865-292-1772 for any of your project needs. Roofing, siding, framing, decks, windows, they can do it all. Free estimates, fully insured. Check them out on Facebook, 865 Exterior Solutions. You will not regret giving Matt and Chandler your business. Let's play the duel. Josh, Spanky, and Spur will battle it out over 5 tough questions. This is listener voted, so let us know in the comments who's winning the duel. Spur's a current champion. How many weeks now, Spur?
I don't know.
2.
All season.
2, because I had to vacate it because I wasn't here.
Is it just 2 or is it 3?
It's 2 in a row, maybe 3 in a row. I don't know. I've had this belt so long.
You just lose track.
Put my name on it at this point.
I want it.
It's
I
almost
want it.
not even fun beating you anymore, Josh.
I want it,
It's
and then I
always
wasn't
fun
here
beating
one. I have to not be here for you to beat me.
You was here last week. You
Well,
pitiful.
that was. I lost my identity on the road. I lost my identity on the road over there.
They got him.
Oh, Lord.
Shut up.
Spanky, we're just glad you showed up late.
Yeah.
All right, for
Glad you're here.
the TikTok people, Josh, raise your hand. Spur, raise your hand. Spanky,
Yeah.
show 'em them fingers, Daddy.
I feel like I don't even need to raise my hand.
All right, let us know in the call. I think you do because you ain't won the belt in a long time. You need to let them know who you are.
He ain't been voting for himself.
Let us know. 5 questions. Let us know, in your opinion, who is the winner. Question 1. Does the SEC end up getting 5 teams in the playoffs? And if you had to choose 5, who would they be right now?
I think I think the SEC does. I think it's going to be Texas, Bama, Ole Miss, Georgia, and us. A lot of the Big Ten mess will sort itself out over the next couple of weeks, as well as the Big 12. I don't think there's anyone outside the SEC that could beat those 5 teams. So I think you will get those 5 teams in.
I think we're going to see some chaos coming up this week. I think one team gets knocked out this week and is in right now. That's Ole Miss. I really believe Florida is going to beat Ole Miss this week. I just had that hunch feeling, so I think they're going to be out. So my 5 SEC teams getting in right now are Texas, unfortunately, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and Texas A&M when they beat Texas.
I just don't see that happening.
I'll tell you
I'm just
this,
telling you.
boys. I don't
And
see
Ole
us.
Miss is going to be the one left out.
I don't see us getting 5.
The question is you have to have 5. So read the question. It's about getting 5
It
teams
says,
in.
are we going to have 5? And I say no. And if we had to have 5, who would your 5 be?
If
Well,
you had to
guess
choose
what?
5, you got to choose 5.
Well, look, we ain't getting 5. We getting 4.
Well, I agree we're getting
Who's
4.
your 4?
Who's your
Okay,
4?
Texas, Georgia, us, Alabama. Ole Miss gets eliminated this weekend. Texas A&M gets eliminated when they play Texas.
If Texas A&M beats Texas, is Texas out? You missed that
I believe
conversation
so.
earlier. We shall see.
I don't think so. Texas is a media darling.
A lot of money there, too.
There's a
That
lot of
oil
money.
I said Tennessee gets in over Ole Miss because of the money Tennessee's going to bring into the playoffs.
Georgia beat Texas, and you can't even tell that.
No. Arkansas is a good win.
Are they going to punish a 3-loss SEC runner-up?
Yes.
They punished a 1-loss SEC runner-up last year.
Yeah. You can't put a 3-loss SEC team over a 2-loss SEC team.
You're
That's
just
the
better
thing.
off than not made an SEC
You're right.
championship.
You're
game.
right because here's the thing: when you got, let's just say we have 6 SEC teams tied for the last spot in the championship game. You're literally determined who plays in that championship game based off of some mathematical formula that doesn't mean anything. So for them, that should be a playoff game.
I
Here's your
agree.
chance to get in automatically.
Yeah. Win it or go home.
Yep. Winner or go home.
All right. Question 2. Get us over 20,000 likes on TikTok. We're at 13.3.
Edith has a rash.
Edith has a rash.
Did you give it to her?
No.
Spanky would know.
You seem pretty concerned right there, Spanky.
That's why you've been over here scratching, Spanky.
Yeah, that's why his lady is he's at CVS trying to get some cream. The Rite Aid have it in Wartburg or no? No, they didn't have it. All right, question
He
2.
went to the dollar store looking for it.
It's cheap.
Question 2. Who is the dark horse to make it to the Super Bowl right now? Give me one from the AFC and one from the NFC.
Let's do the AFC first.
Denver Broncos.
I knew that was coming.
Yep.
Denver Broncos. Bo Nix is playing on fire. They're still in playoff contention. Heck, they still got a good shot to win the AFC West. Give me the Denver Broncos.
My AFC team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. They're winning ugly, but the key word there is they're winning.
I went with a team that may be hotter than anyone else right now that nobody seems to be talking about a whole lot. That's Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. They got Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, Puka Nakua's back, and Cooper Kupp's back, and they're looking really good. Give me the Chargers to make a deep run into the playoffs to the Super Bowl.
The only way that's going to happen is if Harbaugh's still in signs again.
Well, he's known to do so might as well do it some more.
So now the NFC, I still think the Lions are going to get in, but they're not a dark horse. You know what? Give me the 49ers.
They're not getting in.
They're not getting in. I doubt they make the playoffs, buddy. Give me the Vikings, man. The defense is only giving up 17 points a game. Offensively, Sam Darnold. I know I said Sam Darnold. is leading this team, and it's crazy to say, but the man, he's managing the games well, and it doesn't hurt. You have the best wide receiver in the league, arguably.
I don't really feel like Minnesota's a dark horse this year. I think it's between them and Detroit as the two best teams in the NFC. So my dark horse in the NFC, and it's a dark horse, all right. I said the Los Angeles Chargers, give me Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams to get in. They're playing very good right now, too. Matthew Stafford is a very underrated quarterback and can throw lights out. So give me the Rams versus the Cardinals in my dark horse versus dark horse Super Bowl.
The Rams versus the who?
Did I say Cardinals?
Yeah, you did.
Woo. Give me the Rams versus the
Get it
the
right,
Chargers.
Spur. Get it right. Shut up.
All right, question 3. If you had the ability to make a coaching change, a coaching position change with this Tennessee football team right now, what would you do?
I am getting rid of offensive line coach Glenn Earlby. And then when Arkansas fires Sam Pittman as their head coach, you can get him pretty cheap for an offensive line coach. I'm just saying.
It's unfortunate because I hate doing this to any coach at Tennessee. And these guys work hard and put in many, many, many hours. Right now, our wide receivers have not been playing very well, and we've just not developed. So I'm going to say we get rid of Kelsey Pope.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I just think it's offensive coordinator. Even though I get it, Heupel calls the plays and stuff, but things are just, Golish, the way he had a standard and a high demand of his offense, of how it should be ran, how it should be up-tempo constantly. Yeah, I just don't think this group has it right now.
You lost that connection whenever Golish left, because him and Heupel had been together for years. But, I mean, it all starts up front, man. Your offense can't go fast if you're getting sacked every 2 plays, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the thing here with the whole coaching change is, and I guess this is just coming from me as a coach, and this is just how I look at it. People that's people's first blames is the coaches. People think, if we get a new coach in, it's just going to make all of our problems just magically go away. No, that don't always happen like that. Yeah, sometimes it's someone else preaching the message just a little bit different that could help. Yeah, but then sometimes maybe players just need to take a look in the mirror and be like, hey, am I the problem? Or maybe the fans need to look in the mirror and be like, hey, are we the problem? Are we not giving enough money? Are we not supporting like we're supposed to? Maybe it's the administration's problem for allowing this to continue to happen. It happens not just at Tennessee, but it happens everywhere else. People think coaches are the end-all, be-all of this sport.
Hey, Spanky.
What are you talking about?
Spanky, this question was about coaches.
I know.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking
I'm
about?
just mad right now. I don't know.
I have no freaking clue what you're talking about over here.
Spanky
The
concedes.
administration, the players, the coaches, the fans.
I'm going off on everybody.
Why are you going off on us for? We didn't do
Everybody
nothing.
needs to look in the mirror. We win as a team, we lose as a team.
By God.
My God, he said.
It ain't just one person; it's all of us.
That was
We
a
all
Mi-
make
that was a
it
Mike
Well, I
Leach
can
type
blame.
speech
I
right
can
there.
blame one person. That's Glenn Earlby.
Yeah, that was a Mike Leach type speech
It
right
was.
there. I like
I almost liked it for a minute. Then I realized, what the hell are you talking about? What does it have to do with anything we're talking about here?
it. Get some, go every
Yeah.
time. All right, let us know in the comments who is winning the duel. Question 4. If you were a senior at UT and this was your last football game wearing the Power T, which uniform combination would you personally want to wear?
This is for you, Vol Daddy. Give me the creamsicles with the orange top. And
That'd be awesome.
son, it's going to look good at 1 o'clock when they roll that look out on Saturday.
If I get to choose, and I get to choose the time that we're playing,
You get to choose.
I get to choose.
You get to choose.
So I'm going with a night game, and I'm going dark mode. And the only difference with the dark mode jerseys is I'm putting the Tennessee across the chest like our Smoky Grays have. So
think
give me
that
the
would look
black
good.
helmet with the orange power tee, the orange stripe, with the dark mode jerseys with Tennessee across the chest.
Spanky's wheels are turning so hard right now.
They are.
Because I took his
and
answer.
Look, he did. You took
Yeah,
my
the
answer.
cream's-
It's a great
the cream's
answer.
awesome.
Orange. Everyone knows orange is my favorite look, but I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say all white. And I want
At
us
home?
to have a white out.
That's a Penn State thing.
Penn State.
This-
So,
Spanky.
Penn State don't wear white when they have a white out,
Hey,
do they?
hey, Spanky.
They wear navy.
Spanky, you want to see a white out? We're going to have a white out in about 2 months when we traveled to Penn State in the first round of the playoffs.
Okay, I was getting worried. I thought he was going to take his shirt off there for a minute. We haven't won.
It would be
But no, hey, Penn State, they wear their home jersey. Why can't we just be all white? And everyone wears
because
white.
when we're at home, we either wear orange or we wear black or we wear gray. We save our whites for the road.
You can wear white at home.
Well, I understand that. LSU does it every week. I get that, but that's not what we do.
Yeah, well, maybe we need to do something different. Obviously, something ain't working.
Yeah, we wore all whites last week.
Yeah. It was,
Yeah, maybe.
So shut your mouth.
Did you watch the game?
We wore it on the road. Maybe we should wear it at home.
No.
Edith says she's voting for Spanky for channeling the pirate.
He was channeling
He was channeling
dumbassery.
something all right.
Only educated minds.
Denny
would
Scott
understand what I'm
says
saying.
You and Edith
all,
talking about
all
channeling.
orange head to toe. I like
Exactly.
I'd be okay with that.
it. Oh yeah, that's
I'd be
what.
perfectly fine
God, I
with
want
it,
to see it so bad.
Hey, I'd
Ball
like
Daddy's bricked up over here.
black helmets,
Hole in the
orange
pants.
jerseys or black pants, or black helmets, black jerseys and orange pants. Mix up that orange
You
and
still
black,
rambling
baby.
against different things again?
Yeah.
All right, question 5. Let us know in the comments, in your opinion, who's gonna win the duel. Give me your
pretty nice,
top.
Spanky showed
Give me your top 4 Heisman candidates right now. He just says to take your shirts off and kiss each other, maybe.
To me,
Too cold in here right now.
Give me your top 4 Heisman candidates
this
right
ain't
now.
in no order, but give me the running back from Boise State.
You don't even know his name.
I don't even know his name. Don't even care.
You can't get.
Then-
You can't send him. You can't send him a letter to go
I
to.
can do what I want. Hey, are
he
words
ain't going to
coming
know
out-
you-
Are words coming out of my mouth? Yes, so I can do whatever the hell
I don't know.
want.
I don't know if I'd call it words, buddy.
Then next
What
I'm
crap.
gonna go with
His name is
Travis.
Gregory, okay?
That's nice. Travis Hunter. I want to give him some love there.
Why?
It's obvious he's the best player.
He's played the most snaps in college football.
Yep.
He's been mid at both of them. He got.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far with it now. I wouldn't go that far.
He had a
I would
dime
go
dropped
mid.
over his head. He got beat deep last week and had a dime dropped
I
over
wouldn't
his
go
head.
mid. Well, I'm glad you're watching them and helping out the support there.
I seen it on Sports Center.
But I'm going to go with Travis Hunter then. And I hate to say it because they're on the same team, but Shadur Sanders, he's up there. And then fourth is Dylan Sampson.
Of course, you would put Dylan Sampson there. We're all gonna put Dylan Sampson there.
Yeah.
So can we just get down the way? Dylan Sampson's one of both of ours.
Dylan Sampson's one of both of ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go yours. You do one, I'll do one.
All right. Cam Ward from Miami.
All right.
He's played out of his mind this year.
You and Cam Ward. I went with the quarterback on the #1 team in the country, Dylan Gabriel at Oregon. Has played a fantastic season so far.
All right. I'm going to go Genty from Boise State.
Genty is certainly on my list of top 4.
The man's yardage, he's not played anybody, I get it, but what he's doing down there, he's 1,800 yards and Genty.
Ashton Genty. That's
Yeah.
his name, Spanky.
Okay.
So, see, at least we knew his name.
And then my final one, this is kind of, I didn't really want to put this name down, but Jackson Dart. He has played very, very well.
At Ole Miss,
At Ole Miss, yes.
I think Jackson Dart eliminates himself this week when they lose to Florida. Go get.
Don't say it. I'll punch you.
I'd pick
I went with
Lagway
Travis.
over Dart.
I went with Travis Hunter just because he's playing 2 ways, and without him, Colorado would be nothing.
I don't know about all that, but
All right. So far, Spanky is winning in the duel.
That's right.
He just got here.
Let us
He's afraid to do his punishment.
get your votes in.
hey, there's a vote for me.
Freedom Motors. If you're in the market for a car, truck, SUV, a work vehicle, or work van, even a boat, look no further than Freedom Motors. Guaranteed financing, and they will give you the absolute best money for your trade-in. They can guarantee financing solely based off the relationship and reputation that they have with the local banks. The owner, Chris Looper, has been in the automotive industry for decades. He only brings the best of the best to his lot. Go see Chris at 7765 Maynardville Pike in Knoxville. Or check the Freedom Motors inventory online at freedommotors.com. It's time to announce last week's winner of the football pick'em. Spur, please let the people know who won last week's giveaway.
For the first time this season, we have a 2-time winner, Cody Smith.
Cody Smith.
He's won earlier this season. He won again this week. So
Good
congratulations
deal.
to Cody. You still have his address, Vawls. If you need it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I will need that again probably. Awesome. Congratulations, Cody. 2-time win. That's the first 2-time winner we've had. All right.
Ryan's voting
Tally.
me for the punishment. He don't care what the situation is.
All right. And then when there's a winner, that means there must be a loser. Last week, Spur went 7-3,
That's
bringing
right.
his overall record to 88-37. Spanky went 6-4, bringing his overall record to 83-42. Josh went 5-5, bringing his overall record to 83-42. I went 5-5, bringing my overall record to 78-47.
So me and Spanky's tied then.
For a second.
Tied again. Josh had 44 total points. The Vawls had 47 total points. 48 total points is what was needed. So, Josh, you have to draw out of the cup of misfortune right now. You either do the dare or you must donate $25 to charity to St. Jude's Hospital.
I think.
Hey, what are we going to do for Spanky, by the way?
I think he should. I think he should have to take my punishment.
I don't think he needs to take.
No, you take yours, but he needs to take an extra one.
I think Josh needs to draw the cup, and they both have to do whatever Josh draws.
Woo!
I'm down.
If it wipes away both my sins, go ahead.
But he still got to wear the face tattoo.
Yeah, the face tattoo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still on.
That's an easy one.
I'm
I'll wear it
shaking
on the
first.
show.
You can let Spur and them shake after.
Spanky don't get a shake. This is a punishment for him too. Josh, you're drawing for you and Spank. Better be one he'll do.
Better be one I'll do. I see the word take. Take shirt off for an entire episode.
Oh, it's gonna be cold.
Read it to him. Read it to him.
Jesus, we just talked about this.
Take shirt off for an entire episode.
Edith is going to be fired up. Edith says you can't puss out after all that beep you talked.
I had to sit between these two with their shirts off. I don't want to be a
Yeah,
punch here.
I'll do it.
Edith
I'm
said,
fine. I'm
yeah.
fine with taking my shirt off.
That's hilarious because Edith has been talking about
Y'all
this
gonna
for,
see a whole lot of man titty. That's all I
yeah.
can say.
Edith just said take your shirts off 5 minutes ago.
I will take my shirt off.
Edith also said you all should hold each other's nipples during the duel.
No, that's
I'll twist them.
Edith's going to be fired up for this one.
We don't need lighting that night. Well, Daddy.
Ooh, oh, we're getting lights. We're going to buy an extra.
It's gonna be enough light, buddy. We're about as white as that shirt you got on.
I'm going to bring some more. Yeah, Spanky will get a spray tan. Watch him. He'll go back to his wrestling
Hey,
days.
it's $5 till November 30th.
oh really?
Yeah.
All right. Edith said about damn time. Our sponsor, Stephen Hensley Insurance and Realty, donates $100 of every real estate closing to charities. He's already donated almost $9,000 of doing this. Some of those charities include Cofield Mortberg Youth Sports and the Legends of Tennessee Football Camp, which I personally helped put on for our small communities. He's going to be your go-to resource for all things insurance and real estate in our area. 865-742-1672 is his direct line. Call or text him, whichever you prefer. Please let him know that the Vols Deep podcast sent you. It's time for our football pick'ems. Edith says, "Oil them up."
Liz said pasties.
Paste it. Oh, paste it. All right, we've got game one, the Dallas Cowboys at Washington Redskins.
Give me the Redskins.
Give me the skins.
Skins.
That's what we got next week, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we got the skins.
They got shirts, we got skins.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be cold too, boy.
I know.
We'll have to warm her.
You're gonna have to turn that heat on here, buddy.
We'll get her warm. I don't know how long it'll last in here, but it'll be on. All right, game two. He just said have them oil each other up. Game two, Arizona Cardinals at Seattle Seahawks.
Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks, and so I picked them last week, and I was correct.
You know what? I'll go out on a limb here. Give me the Cardinals.
Banky takes the Cardinals. Spur, you said Seahawks, correct?
Some with that game too. I have. It's been almost a few weeks since I've lost a game too. So.
I'm going Seahawks as well. I think Seattle's playing really good ball
I do
right
too.
now.
They could be a dark horse.
It could be. Game three, San Francisco 49ers at Green Bay Packers.
Give me the Packers.
I'm just not buying anything San Francisco's doing right now. Give me the Packers.
Give me the Packers.
I've got the Packers down as well. Game four, your alls Well, I shouldn't say your alls. Spur and Josh's Tennessee Titans at the Texans.
Hey, we talked
Whoa.
about referees being terrible in a game. By God, did they ever cost the Tennessee Titans a game against the Minnesota Vikings? Go back and watch that garbage. It was awful.
I'd say it wouldn't even been close if they didn't have Will Levis.
Give me Houston.
Yeah, give me the Texans. Yeah.
Texans.
So Texans around the board.
So that'll be the time the Titans actually win a game.
I doubt it.
Me too, but one can hope.
I doubt it. Texans around the board. Game 5. Barn burner, baby. The New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins.
Miami's playing great. Give me Miami.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Ooh, Dolphins around the board.
Is that the best NFL games this week? I mean,
They were
There's
all trash.
not many.
okay.
I'm pretty happy with my my bets on the NFL so far
I'm
this
gonna
week.
check that out.
Game 6, the Ole Miss at Florida.
Go ahead. Don't you do it. Just say
Just pick first.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss for
Ole
Josh.
Miss.
Go ahead, Spunky.
Give me the Gators.
Go. Give me Ole Miss.
Well, you've been pumping Florida the whole episode.
I can't do it. I've already said it once. I can't say it.
You said it about 30 times.
No, I've only said it once.
He's only said it once. He's been struggling.
I'm going Ole Miss as well, but I think Florida has a great chance to beat them.
Best chance they've had.
Gators,
Yeah.
get up and go.
If they hadn't won last week, I think I'd have picked them this week.
All right, game 7, Vanderbilt at LSU.
Give me the fighting Brian Kellys.
I ain't picking anything that says Brian Kelly, but give me LSU.
Yeah.
LSU.
I figured we'd have a Vandy in there.
No.
I've got LSU as well. I'm worried about the culture right now in Baton Rouge, though. I
Yeah,
really am.
after him
Somebody
cussing
better
that player
call.
on the sideline and stuff.
Operator, better put me on through some buyout for Brian Kelly.
I do think Vandy might be looking ahead to us, though. All right, game 8, Army at Notre Dame.
Go ahead, Spank.
USA, Army.
I hope they win, but give me Notre Dame.
Give me Army.
I'm gonna lose these pick'ems this week.
Go
Either gonna
Army.
Lose or win big.
Okay, so Spanky got Army, Josh got Army, Spur went with the Irish, and I'm going with the Irish as well. But man, I'm pulling hard
I am pulling hard
for you, Army. I will gladly eat that crow.
Yep.
Game 9. Edith says all you do is lie.
Lies.
Edith tore up about your dang tickets, Spur.
I got tickets coming.
Looking to my.
Game 9, Indiana at Ohio State.
Give me Ohio State.
Go Hoosiers. Give me Ohio State. Actually, take that back. Go Ohio State, because I wanted to blow them out by 50.
Yeah, I was about to say OH.
Yeah. No, I can't do that.
Give me Ohio State.
Ohio State around the board. I've got Ohio State. I think they win big. We need them to anyway.
Yep.
Game 10, UTEP at Tennessee plus the total points.
Give me the Vawls. 69.
Give me Tennessee. I got us with 55 points.
Tennessee. 51 points.
That's 52-3 is my score, by the way.
I'm going Vols. Give me 63 points.
You got us with 7 touchdowns?
Hell, Josh had
9
69.
touchdowns.
Josh had 69.
9 touchdowns. I like it.
Spur operates a Facebook page for the Pick'ems. Explain to the people, Spur, how our Pick'ems go for our listeners.
Once again, these 10 games will be on Facebook come tomorrow morning. On the Vawls Deep podcast page, pick your 10 winners underneath that page only. Tiebreaker will be the total points scored in the Tennessee UTEP game. The winner's going to receive a $25 gift card from Hound Dogs and some cool stuff from the Vol Navy. And the Vawls Deep podcast.
Yeah.
You can catch that on 101.3 WECO.
Well, you might even get one of these new koozies. Check these out. You see these? These are cool.
Yep. We got T-shirts as well. Look them
Hats
up
on the
at
way.
vawldaddy.com.
Yeah.
VAWL Daddy.com.
Artwork for the patches got approved today, boy.
By God, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you all for listening to us. Y'all really want to know who
I
in
don't
the?
want to get that about Spanky.
Well,
It's Spanky, baby.
If you're somewhere.
He didn't even answer the damn questions.
How?
This
Spank one.
This is worse travesty than Saturday.
Don't worry, everybody. We're going to make Vawls.
Can we get an instant
great.
replay? Somebody review the play on this because
That was a fumble. That wasn't an incomplete
You're
pass.
gonna look good with that belt with your shirt off next week.
Hey, look, don't worry. We're not eating the dogs here, everybody. We're not gonna eat the cats. We're gonna be eating the minors.
Ada says,
no, not.
Ada said, "Don't forget your nipples next week." Y'all gonna look good with your shirts off. That'll probably be the most viewed show we've ever had because people's gonna be like, "What the hell are they doing?"
Hell are they doing?
I'm the one being punished here, sitting here.
Nah, you'll like it. They'll keep you warm.
They'll keep me warm.
All right, thank you all for listening to us, whether it's live or after we publish our live. Check us out on all social media platforms, all podcast platforms. We appreciate all of our listeners more than we can put into words. Please support our sponsors. They support us and make this show happen. We're going to be back next